The Beastie Boys outraged audiences as the opening act for Madonna on her 1985 Virgin Tour. In 1990, she outraged executives at MTV who banned her Justify My Love video.
There are all sorts of artists who are using music in a not-so-central way. Something else is the center of what they're doing. For example, the highly controversial Madonna. People don't like her because she seems to use music as part of the package for herself. I say, well, why not? If that's what she wants to do, why does music have to be the center of the thing? Why can't lifestyle be the center and music be part of the presentation of it?
What are you gonna do? Talk to me. Tell me your dreams. Am I in them?
I like Madonna, but for me, she went a little over
for me,
my limit. You know, I felt like after a while it was just, she just wanted to shock people, and that's all she was interested in doing, was shocking people.
All the people that have stood out and stood the test of time are people that have had more than just their music.
When video came about and we saw the groups making videos that were basically them sort of bouncing around, we decided not to do anything like that.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
The English have this uncanny knack of like packaging, you know, giving something a look, a style, you know, and making it into more than just a sound. I think much more so than the Americans.
So I wrote the actual script for the video Sweet Dreams as a kind of surrealistic, short 3.5-minute film, largely influenced by Salvador Dali's Large Door, and the idea of a cow coming and disturbing the reality of a boardroom meeting, or vice versa, a boardroom meeting being in the middle of a field of cows, to show the actual sort of uselessness and the stupidity of, you know, people making decisions that I think are altering the world.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something.
But in America, obviously, it speeded up a whole process. You know, we didn't go there and tour for years and years and years because MTV kind of did it for us.
I think it sped up the process. It didn't replace road work. And at the time, I remember having some discussions with some of my buddies. Says, hey, we don't have to go on tour anymore. Now we just make a video.
It certainly helps, you know, to have your video played 20 times a day on TV.
The trouble is with being a visual artist is that the visual aspects of one's art generally leave their marks more graphically than the more musical form of what you do.
I originally disliked MTV quite a lot because I thought it was a real safe player, you know. And I still think it does play safe in many ways. But I think that it's undeniably created a forum for some of the most interesting film and video work that's been done in the last 10 years.
It's like a lot of things today are forced on you, you know, in your ears, in your eyes, whether you walk down the street with neon signs, music blaring in lifts, in restaurants, and a lot of the time MTV can be like that. It's just like wallpaper blaring at you. But every now and then, you know, there's a great filmmaker or a great group that has a great thing on, and it's worth it for that.
Video is the worst thing that ever happened to music.
It's taken a lot of magic out of music.
What the video age and MTV has killed off is this whole thing about how now a song is this visual. You know, the great thing, you know, back in the early days was you could just sit there and hear these songs and make up your own images and find your own things in it and let your mind wander.
And artists that are actually not particularly over-talented, but because they look the part, become stars. Fortunately, we came in before that started. But I mean, would you get someone like me now that, you know, that doesn't look like $1 million? No, I don't think you would.
If they're on television all the time, you've taken some of the thrill of it out.
Now, when I was a kid and, you know, David Bowie was playing at Lucia Modia and it was a big thing, it was like 6 months of waiting and it was exciting. You know, now you just turn on your telly, it's like, oh, David Bowie, oh yeah, Kiss, oh.
I've seen things on MTV that have just made my eyes go like this. They're shockingly original and fabulous things. Some of the best video makers now can do things in a 4-minute pop video that they would never ever be able to do in any other forum. I'm thinking, for instance, of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Rock and roll is sexuality personified, it's attitudes, it's all the things that your parents told you don't do, you can do. It's the freedom to express yourself, it's a good time, it's being alive. It expresses the times. It's a magazine, newspaper that's the truth. If you listen to rap today, it's all about the truth, which is all we all want, is just give me a little bit of truth. Middle America might be saying, not in my backyard. And they would never see what was going on if it was up to them. Out of sight, out of mind seems to be their credo.